Hey, where are we today? We are in Clackmannanshire, the wee county, the smallest historic county in the whole of Scotland. Wallace's monument in front of me, directly behind you, is Stirling Castle. This is the incredible Ochil Hills, and the wee county is 48 square miles. That's it, and it's pretty impressive. So let's go and check out this beautiful little oasis, shall we? Oasis? Let's go, ciao. Alright, let's do this. Wallace's ornament, monument, call it what you like. The beautiful Ochil Hills. Yeah, so technically between that cottage in front of us and that farm there is where Clackmannanshire starts. But I thought it'd be better from here because you got a better view of the valley floor. Let's go have a look. Let's start off how we mean to continue. Right guys, what we're going to do is we're going to count the robots together. Okay, everybody? 1. Alright. Special motorcycle treatment. Take that through the gravel. Welcome to Clackmannanshire. Here we go. Yeah, I've lived here for a long time and it's just stunning. The wee county. And our motto is, look Aboot Ye. You'll see that on the coat of arms. So, the first place we come to is Menstrie. Menstrie has a castle, which is actually off the road down to the right hand side. And Menstrie actually has a big connection with Canada. But as you'll have noticed from previous videos, I'm not here to give anyone a history lesson. Don't be watching this then going and trying to sit an exam. But it's definitely worth looking into. There's so much on this ride that there's no way we can do it. Castle's down behind there. Foxy boy is here. They used to keep foxes here as pets. That's why there's a boy with a fox's head and tail sitting on a railing. Yeah, historically it was a big thing. Foxes as pets. Foxes are beautiful. What a feckin' noise they make though. I don't know if anybody's experienced that, lying in bed at night listening to foxes. It sounds like a human being being murdered. It's a truly horrible sound. I just love it, it's stunning. With the crags up here in front of us, this is Craigleith. Not the tallest or the highest elevation is Ben Clough, 2,600 odd feet over the back this way. Yeah, why would you not want to do this on any given day? This is Wood Hill. I wonder if you can guess why it's called Wood Hill. It's the only one covered in trees. And you can see the mill up on the hill, up there. They used to use the water supply from the hill to run the mill. So what we'll do is, we'll take the back road instead of going through the main village of Alva, which is where we are now. Alright. This makes me realise as well, you know, how much you don't know about your own area. I'm going to try and remedy that. High school used to be here, obviously flattened for houses, and they built a new high school at the end of the village. What's on my mouth today? High school? Yeah, so here's the mill up here. The wee county had mills and mining and not much else. Well, actually, we can do a off the road. Oh, good gear change, Mark. And we can head up here. Pretty impressive building. Now flats, has been flats for decades, but and Wood Hill behind. Strood Mill. Not to be confused with a strudel, which is a kind of pastry thing with apple in it. Smart Pilgrim, nice. I actually lived in that house back there before I went to Spain. So much history here. Alloa has a tower, Shockey has a tower, Menstrie has a castle, churches, there's loads of stuff. How cool is this? Oh. Okay, back on the main road. Wood Hill, as previously mentioned. Don't know why they call it Wood Hill. Ho ho ho. And we're off to Tillicoultry. 48 square miles isn't a lot, you know. I mean, if you go by area, half a mile by 96 miles, I suppose that would be a big garden. The pimple on the arse of Clackmannanshire. This is Tillicoultry Quarry up here. And from further back, it's just a big fucking hole in the hills. Whatever prick thought that was a good idea at some time, you know. Welcome to Tillicoultry. All these towns, villages are twinned with places in France and Germany that I don't think anybody's ever heard of. And the councillors go on a jolly every year to visit their counterparts there, I'm sure, and charge us for the privilege. Now, both Alva behind us, Menstrie actually, first of all, Tillicoultry and Alva all have glens that run up into the hills. Beautiful walks, waterfalls, pools to swim in if you're mental. But they're all, like I said, small places, and the overall population, more than 50% live in Alloa, which is the biggest town in the county. But nice there. Loris Tilly tea rooms behind us there, shout out there if you want to stop and get a bite to eat, it's fantastic. Once we get out of here, we have shot right up in front of us past the church. And then we're going to do the dollar bends, the famous dollar bends. Many a person has been wiped out on the dollar bends. I just remember being a kid, and when people got their licences, they talked with great reverence about the dollar bends. So let's go and see what the hell the dollar bends are all about. There was a fire engine crash there, went off the road, I don't know, maybe 20 years ago, I'm not sure. And one of the firemen was actually killed. And I was in hospital locally, and I was chatting to the girl, the nurse, about this, that and the next thing, you know, just generally blabbing, having a good time, you know. She was lovely. And it turns out that it was her dad that was killed in the crash. Tragic story. So Tillicoultry, driving range down here, and Tillicoultry ends, and then we're into the dollar bends. The dollar bends, the scary dollar bends. So we're still in a 30, and this 50, this is the dollar bends, all the way to dollar. Let's go and have a swatch. Good start. Don't know what that means on the road. Oh, there's another one. Still don't know what it means. think it's mainly came from, it's a set of twists, you know. It's a squiggly line between the two towns, and just dickheads, not the firemen, obviously, but young cats, you know, out driving their skills and binning it. There's been a lot of that going on, and that's pretty much what it was famous for. And if you think back in the day as well, when cars didn't have traction control, ABS, come down here in a Hillman Hunter, a 2 litre Hillman Hunter, doing 70 mile an hour, you're not pulling up if you've made a mistake, you know, you're going straight through. So I think that's pretty much where it came from. But I do know of a crash here recently that put 3 guys in the hospital. But it's nice. But it goes between the villages, so this 40 here, you come out the 30 into the 40 and it goes to 50, and you'll sit behind a queue of traffic and there's people doing 35 mile an hour, and it's a beautiful road and you're just going, ah, move. This is odd riding around the weekend. I usually go loads of places that I don't, you know, I'm not familiar with. Dollar Academy here, famous private school. It's nice. It's always been known fur coat and no knickers, you know, dollars if you mention money. There is an element up the back road. There are some houses that are pretty cool. Castle Campbell here, sorry, is the other thing. We'll go up to the school, round the back of the school, and then if we head up Dollar Glen, we will find ourselves at Castle Campbell, which is just up yonder at the top of the glen. So steep road, houses up one side, glen on the other side. Hooah! Don't know how that lamppost got that shape. Okay, so we have a car park on the right hand side, and you can walk to the top, or if you want to push to the top, this is the actual castle up here, and there's a little car park at the top. Pretty cool though. I don't really see down the side, it just disappears. I don't know if you can actually get down to the castle, but we'll just stick it in here. That was the castle, guys. Castle Campbell at Dollar Glen. Okay, and we're going to hang a left for the perimeter of thank you kindly for the kind of eastward perimeter. Like I say, because it's a blob on the map, the county itself, it's difficult to go and catch all of it. We're going to do our best though. So the Japanese gardens here, one of the most kind of famous, I can't remember her name, female Scottish travellers created these Japanese gardens. They're beautiful. There's a cafe. You can go and get lunch, breakfast, whatever you like. Yeah, it's really lovely. It's just up the road here. Left-hander here for the Japanese gardens. Yeah, really nice. We haven't got time today though. Pool of Muckert. There's a pretty famous pub here actually. It's called the Inn at Muckert. I have this fight with my girlfriend every time we drive past. She says, "There's a Muckert Inn." I'm like, "No, it's the Inn at Muckert. It's a Muckert Inn." The sign says the Inn at Muckert, but where is it? It's in Muckert, and it's an inn, so it's a Muckert Inn. But we'll agree to disagree. I don't give a shit actually, but it just it does wind her up. What a day. We don't get many days like this. What have we got temperature wise just now? We have a balmy 24 degrees. Now we're going to head up the A823. This road in itself, we're not going far, we're just going to the end of the county. But the A823, the Glendevon road, is a fantastic road also. Like I say, we're not going that far. Beautiful set of twisties here. And again, coming to Scotland, guys, narrow roads, and like here, folk not paying attention on, you know, on holiday, not necessarily on holiday, but folk just not paying attention, and on the wrong side of the road there was a collision here between a couple of bikes and a car 5 or 6 months back. Now, I don't know who was at fault. Somebody was on the wrong side of the fucking white line anyway. That's a given, an absolute given. And that was the sign there for the end of Clackmannanshire. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to turn around. We're going to turn around here. So heading straight back up that road there. It's an incredibly good piece of road. Let's see if we get a better run at the twisties the way back. Welcome to Clackmannanshire, twinned with Espartinas and Vindargs. I've only been to one of those places in this Clackmannanshire. There's a lovely set of twisties. Still get your head popped off. He was on the white line. There's a drain cover here, right where I think this turning should be. See there? I want to run across that out to this cone and then turn in, but that little drain cover's always in the way. So, back in the county, we're going to have to double back on ourselves, guys. Back down to Dollar. Now, one of the wonkiest junctions in the known universe here. Nothing coming. If you want to go north again, you just turn in there and go right, or yeah, interesting. Is that two? Two! Altogether now, two. Okay. So again, this isn't a definitive, you know, it's just a cool, nice run around the county on a beautiful day. Just give you an idea of what's here. I would suggest it's pretty much all good. We're running parallel to the hills, in the opposite direction that we came, so you'll see that very shortly, and the reason I wanted to come up this road. Now you can't tell me that this isn't a cool view. Yeah, check that out. There's a castle right there. And Dollar. And Tillicoochee, Alva, Main Street. But I think it's a spectacular view. Slight change of plan. I think the easiest way to go all the way around is to go this way. This goes to Forest Mill, like I mentioned, and then that takes us out to Clackmannan. And we've got a humpback bridge here. I don't know if we're going to get enough speed up to jump it. Let's go, let's try. Nah, I think it's jumpable for the other way only. I don't think you jump it for this side. Nah, other side. Here, look. Ah, wee bit. Disappointing. Forest Mill, and then we're heading out towards Clackmannan, which must have once upon a time been the capital of Clackmannanshire, one would assume. Clackmannan. Clackmannan. Kennet, all these little miners' cottages, they are cool. I get sick of banging my head though. Cool, eh? Clackmannan, this is the newer end. You know, it wasn't a big place at all, village. Just like the rest of the county, drinking and fighting. I don't think MD had anything else to do other than drinking and fighting. Probably like most small Scottish towns. Yeah, that was Clackmannan. Alloa, so we're Alloa, through Alloa, and then we're going to take the low road from Alloa back out to where we started. The old police station, which they built, spent £1 billion on, and then they've shut it down, and the town hall, which is cool. There is one thing you will not see many of in Scotland, and it's just over this next roundabout. Does that count as roadworks? This is foreboding of drama in your future. An extra hour to get home. Okay, so definitely one thing you won't see a lot of in Scotland. I don't know why, because it's an English thing, it's just not, for me, never been a Scottish thing. It's a cricket ground. Ta-da! Drop a comment if you've ever seen a cricket ground in Scotland before. Demai in front of us, guys. Nice. Yeah, you can keep going, nothing's coming. So the sign, we're just going to cross that boundary. The sign will be on the right hand side. Probably stuck in the trees. This is our sign here telling us that we're leaving. So Clackmannanshire, we cross the River Devon, and we're welcome to Stirling. Well, that's it, guys. Clackmannanshire. I hope you enjoyed that. Thank you very much for coming with me. Drop us a like, subscribe if you want to, and yeah, I'll catch you in the next one. So let me know if there's something I didn't show you, something you want to see, something you've heard about, and I'll try my best. But thanks for coming along, guys. I thoroughly enjoyed that. What a beautiful day. It's absolutely scorching, and I will catch you in the next one. Ciao.